The cops pulled into my driveway with sirens blazing before I even had time to put down the pool skimmer. Their flashing lights reflected off the calm water, cutting through the afternoon air like an alarm bell. And all I could think was, of course it was Karen again. Karen lived 3 houses down, and if you asked her, she was the self-appointed president of HOA, even though she lost the election 2 years ago. She walked around with a clipboard like it was a crown, policing lawns, barking at kids for riding bikes, and treating the community pool like her personal property. But this time, she crossed a line she never should have. It started earlier that afternoon. I had just finished cleaning the pool in my backyard, making it perfect for my sister and her kids who were coming over later. Karen stormed up the driveway, sunglasses perched high on her nose, lips pursed tight enough to cut glass. "You need to let me in," she snapped, pointing toward the pool gate. "The community rules state that all residents have pool access." I couldn't help but laugh. "This is my private pool, Karen. It's in my yard, behind my fence. You have no access here." Her face turned beet red, like I'd just slapped her in front of an audience. "Don't you get smart with me. I know my rights. If you don't let me and my guests swim, I'll have you reported." I leaned against the fence, calm as ever. "Report me to who, God?" Her eyes narrowed, and that's when she hissed, "You'll regret this." She stormed off, heels clicking against the concrete like gunfire. An hour later, the police arrived. I greeted them politely. "Officers, can I help you?" They explained that they'd gotten a call about a homeowner denying residents community pool access, and possibly engaging in discriminatory practices. I almost choked trying not to laugh. Karen stood smugly across the street, arms folded, waving at the officers like she had summoned the cavalry. I walked them to the backyard, pushed the gate open, and gestured inside. "Gentlemen, as you can see, this pool is behind my private fence, on my property. This is not community property." The cops exchanged a look, and I caught the tiniest grin tugging at one of their mouths. Karen came stomping up behind us, shouting about bylaws and HOA clauses. But then I dropped the bomb I had waiting for her. "Officers," I said, "this isn't the first time she's harassed me. I've been documenting everything, every false complaint, every confrontation, every time she's trespassed onto my property." I reached into my patio cabinet and pulled out a thick folder, photos, videos, timestamps, even copies of texts she had sent threatening me. The cops flipped through it, and their faces shifted from polite interest to something much harder. "Ma'am," one officer said, turning to Karen, "we're going to need you to step back." Karen sputtered, pointing at me. "He's lying. He's trying to make me look crazy." But it was too late. The evidence was undeniable. I didn't stop there. I invited the officers inside, where my security system had every one of her little visits neatly recorded. Her climbing over my fence to inspect my backyard, her trying to peer through my windows, her yelling at my sister's kids to get out of the water. The officers thanked me, told me to stay put, and then walked Karen back toward her house. Her voice carried across the street, screeching, frantic, demanding. And then the sound I'd been waiting for, the click of handcuffs. Turns out Karen's little harassment streak had crossed into criminal trespassing and stalking. The cops had more than enough to haul her in. As they drove away with her screaming in the backseat, my sister pulled up with her kids. They saw the tail end of the drama, wide-eyed, as I waved them over to the freshly cleaned pool. "Uncle, what happened?" her youngest asked. I smiled, flipping the switch to start the pool fountain. "Let's just say, Karen won't be bothering us anymore." And as the kids splashed into the water, laughter filling the air, I finally felt the peace I'd been waiting for all summer. Karen thought she had me cornered, but she never saw what I had waiting.